Well, good morning. On behalf of our entire ranch family here at MC Quantock, my wife Pat, our family and crew, I'd like to welcome you to our sale preview video. If you want to come with us this morning, we'll take you for a walk through all these really good bulls and have a good look. Our Red Angus are developed from mainstream maternal lineage. We've stared birth weight in the eye and backed it down. Our disciplined program has for 40 plus years never compromised birth weight, thriftiness, or vigor. We've bred moderate frames, good cow traits, easy keeping, and light to moderate birth weights into each and every bull we sell. The perfect blend. Our Super Baldy bulls have harnessed the best of both breeds. Incredibly beefy, thick bulls, they pack awesome pay weight on disciplined, moderate frames. They have all the convenience of Red Angus, moderate, consistent birth weights, easy fleshing with bold hybrid performance. The Simmental blood gives them that essential touch of continental muscle. Our Super Guppy bulls are a great crossbreeding option. A blended composite of Gelbvieh and Red Angus. Gelbvieh have the carcass, the early sexual maturity and the growth. The Red Angus blood provides the hair, thriftiness, and fleshing ability while moderating birth weight. Use our Gelbvieh Red Angus bulls as a third option than any crossing program and maximize your hybrid vigor. Our customers love a little Gelbvieh on the cow side. All the good old Angus traits: volume, beefiness, quick fleshing, dependable and durable. Our black bulls are easy fleshing black genetics, yet they still have frame and length. Just like our Red Angus, our blacks are light at birth, then they really grow when it counts. Angus convenience, the black color, and no darn trouble. Our black Super Baldy bulls are big, soggy 2-year-olds. The same great crossbreeding machines as our red Baldies, but black. A perfect option on black base cows are Herefords. Black with a touch of exotic growth, muscle, and milk. All you really need to sell those market-topping blacks. Our Hereford bulls are broad-topped, deep-sided bulls packed full of natural thickness on moderate frames. Trouble-free, you bet. Our Herefords have been selected for years for good udders you never have to touch because you don't have time and you don't need the hassle. Use our Hereford bulls to add the good Hereford traits your dad took for granted. Deep, thick hair coats, easy keepers that'll get by without the barley bin, and dispositions that make cows a pleasure to handle, not an ordeal. Our H2s are a Hereford Fleckvieh 2-breed composite. Real beef makers, loaded maternally but bred to simplify and sustain the Hereford Simmental influence in our customers' herd, and they're perfect on black cows. Our Charolais bulls are thick bulls, but they're still smooth bulls. The bulls have rapid early growth, which you need, but as 2-year-olds they will not be too big. We deliver what you've asked for. Lots of hair so you can sell those deep-coated, good-doing tan calves that top the market. Good dispositions because we've all got families that help. Unquestionable soundness because some other Charolais don't last. We offer 8 different bull lines. All are volume produced, available in large numbers, uniform quality, and at a reasonable price. We offer an unconditional bull warranty, comprehensive performance data, free delivery, $150 bull development, and a sight-unseen purchase plan. This year we're offering 400 top-quality 2-year-old bulls, 75 Red Angus, 60 Super Baldies, 75 Black Super Baldies, 70 Black Angus, 45 Herefords and H2s, 40 Super Guppies, and 40 Charolais. So we've all had to deal with COVID issues over the last couple of years. We had to deal with it at the time of our bull sale last year, and last year we staged a pretty normal bull sale with a little less crowd obviously, but we just put it all together and made it all work, and we plan to do the same this year. We're lucky to have the beautiful facilities of the Lloyd exhibition where we've got an 1.5 acres under roof. We can space everyone out and everyone can be really safe. So we'd like you to come and enjoy our bull sale. It's going to be just as normal as we can make it. Well, it's minus 28 with a wind here in Alberta this morning, and I've joked in previous years that that's good because that helps keep the liberals out. Now if we could just find a way to keep them from peeing on us every day, we'd all be in better shape. But seriously, let's go have a look at some bulls. So we're going to start this morning with our Red Angus bulls. These great young summer-born Red Angus 2-year-old bulls are one of the lines we're the most proud of. This is one of the youngest groups. We've got some bulls in here, July and right back to June 2-year-olds. So really fresh, young 2-year-olds. And we've got quite a morning here in Alberta. It's minus 28 with a wind chill, and you can see that in these bulls. I mean, they're blowing steam off as we move them around, and we'll do our best to give you a good look at them, but they are going to want to stand pretty close together today. I think you can observe and watch these bulls as they move that, they've been pasture raised. They're all free moving, good, thick, meaty bulls. Almost one looks just like another one, bull after bull, and that's kind of the trademark of our program is uniformity. We'll turn these red bulls around, and even though these are some of the younger bulls, you will see that, they certainly are thick and meaty, and it all comes with a very moderate birth weight. A lot of these young bulls will have been out of heifers. So as we move this first group out, you can admire the thickness over the top and the beefiness that is typical of almost all our bulls. Now we're going to move to the second pen. This is Red Angus Summer 2-year-olds Pen 2. As we come up the alley here, again, admire the thickness and the tops and the girth in these bulls. This is not easy to do, bull after bull. This is a breeding program that's been, we've been working at since the late 60s. Certainly, an awful lot of these bulls are produced by bulls that we have produced here on the ranch so that we get the uniformity we want. So we swing these bulls around. You can see the thickness and the meatiness and the low set and the depth of body in these bulls. And all this comes with birth weights that are really in the 70 and 80 pound range. And if you had told me when I started in the 1960s, when cattle had bigger birth weights, that we would be able to breed bulls with this much power and performance, with this minimal birth weight, I'd have found it hard to believe. But it's what we've accomplished over a long-term breeding program, and these are just some very attractive summer 2-year-old, May-June born Red Angus. Going to look at a couple more pens of these bulls. The next pen in will be just on the older edge. Most of these bulls coming in now are bulls born in the last 2 weeks of May. We start calving here on the 10th to 15th of May, so the oldest bull is that old. Well, I'll let you have a good look. This is where some of the real power and performance is in this set of bulls. Again, hard to see them a little because of the fog this morning, but I'm sure you can appreciate the quality that's there, the thickness that's there, the meatiness, the easy fleshing that's there. These bulls are, wintered in a backgrounding situation, and they go to grass on our bull development program, which is described a little later in this video. But it just develops them to have the right condition on them, so that when you get them, they're ready to go to work. So these are on the older edge, some of the big power performance red bulls in this group as we move them through. Lots of scrotal size. I mean, it's highly heritable, and we've selected for it for years. Got lots of bulls in here with scrotums around 40 centimeters on May-June bulls. So, and they have accomplished it all with very minimal birth weight, very minimal attention. Cows calve on their own. These are just true convenience cattle. I'd love to be able to split them off and show them a little more to you this morning, but just very, very hard with the weather conditions we're dealing with. Here's a powerful, powerful bull. Another really thick bull. We're going to just slowly walk them by one more time and let you have a good look so you get a good understanding of what's available here. These are bulls that I'm really proud of. And there goes the third pen of Red Angus Summer 2s. massively thick, powerful, broad-topped bulls, bull after bull after bull. And this is just a little pen of bulls we wanted to show you. They're all sired by a bull we call Home Roley here, all out of first calf heifers, birth weights all in the 70-pound range. And we just love the girthiness, the thickness, the spring of rib in these bulls and the body depth. This is a bull that we're going to use a lot as we go down the road. You'll see, I mean, this is a small group of bulls, but we wanted to show them to you just because we think they make a really nice sire group. So these are bulls by bull number 2461 that we call Home Roley. Just unbelievable girthiness, volume, depth, capacity, and all at 70 pounds of birth and all out of first calf heifers, all calved unassisted. This is really what the cow business is all about. So we'll swing these young guys around one more time and let you have another look at them. Again, you're looking at mostly end of May, first week of June born bulls here. A little smaller group, so a little easier to see them individually here. And that's the last group of red Angus bulls we're going to look at this morning, and a great way to end that breed. Okay, I want to visit with you for a minute about our popular Sight Unseen program. I expect more folks will use it this year with COVID. We've done this for years. We will sell 30 to 40% of our bulls to satisfied customers across Canada. We start out by visiting with you, discussing your requirements, and you and I will talk through bull choices. Once you've had a chance to look at the catalog, the photos, and the DVD together, we will make a short list of bulls that we would consider for your order within your budget. Sale time comes, we sell our bulls from the best bulls to the lesser bulls within each breed. So we're always trying to buy the best bull we can for our customer. If we miss on the first choice, we'll move to the second and so on. But we will absolutely never bid on or buy a bull that you and I haven't carefully pre-selected as being suitable. Now, the important part of this program is after the sale, when we deliver the bull, you have to be completely satisfied when you see him at your location, on your ranch, and that's when you pay for him. As I said, we will absolutely never exceed your budget. In most cases, we will deliver bulls under budget. Most important, we don't want you to pay for the bull until you have actually seen him yourself and you're satisfied. And as we're putting together all these lists of pre-selected bulls for your order, we can shoot you individual pictures of certain bulls. We can do whatever it takes to tune your order to the right bulls for your ranch. Now we'd like to show you some of our good hybrid bulls. This is a very important part of our program. We devote over 500 cows to this program, and we source the best Fleckvieh, Simmental, and Gelbvieh bulls that money can buy to create the good ones. This is in contrast to some hybrid bulls you'll find around the country that are a byproduct of a purebred breeder's program. They're not what he really is interested in doing. We are one of Canada's biggest purebred bull producers, but we're by far the largest hybrid bull producer in the nation. So now we'll have a look at some of these great hybrid bulls. Okay, the next group we're going to look at here this morning are our very successful red Super Baldy bulls. This is the youngest pen of these Super Baldy bulls. We've produced our red Super Baldy bulls for in excess of 25 years, and they are a real industry success story. They just walk right down the middle of the road, gathering up all the performance on both sides. Customers use them with great convenience. These bulls, the birth weights in the 80 and low 90s. The bulls will just go out and work and give calves that don't give you any grief. They'll maintain the red Angus Simmental influence, down the road without having to use two different lines of bulls. So this is the first pen we're looking at here this morning. Again, a lot of end of June bulls in this pen, and And I realized very hard to get a good look this morning because it's 30 below and the wind chill, and these bulls all want to stand together. But that's Pen 1 Red Super Baldies. We're going to look at 3 pens of these bulls. So here comes pen number 2 Red Super Baldy bulls. Again, these are May and June born, fresh virgin 2s. And just admire the hair coat and the girthiness and volume and muscle in these bulls. And it all comes packaged in a convenient package that has got a birth weight that is just totally manageable on any kind of a range calving situation, any kind of a farm calving situation. We'll turn them around, and these bulls have got a lot of hair coat, a lot of pay weight and power. The Gelbvieh sires are the best we can source across Western Canada, and we are always looking. These bulls they come strip-faced, they come star-faced, they come red. But the color pattern really not that heritable. The one thing that is consistent is they are all solid red to the toes. No splashed up color, no light colors. A lot of breeders have tried to do this, but it takes discipline and integrity to produce good hybrid bulls. We actually move cows around. We'll move cows from one hybrid line to the other. We'll move cows to our purebred lines. We devote over 500 cows on this ranch to the production of hybrid bulls. And this is what we get, just thick, meaty bulls. There's pen number 2, Red Super Baldies. We're going to look at the last pen of these Red Super Baldies now coming in. This is a little bit on the older edge of the Red Super Baldies. Again, just a touch more growth, a touch more muscle than the British breed bulls, but the day the calves by these bulls are born, you can't hardly tell them from an Angus. Got all the Angus convenience, born easy, will to live, ability to get up and go right away. These bulls are an industry success story, and that's for one reason. They just have worked over 25 years. Customers just buy them and buy them and buy them and maintain that red Angus Simmental influence. Some folks will use them on black cows. A lot of them get used on red Angus Simmental cows and red-based cows and Hereford cows. And these bulls were the first hybrid bulls we produced, and the industry really appreciated them. And we have continued to produce them in volume, some years selling just about 100 of these bulls. And you can see why. I mean, bull after bull, they're thick and meaty and uniform. And there goes pen 3 Red Super Baldies. Well, we're going to blame this cold day on climate change. What the heck, the politicians blame everything on climate change. So if my crew doesn't freeze up with global warming, we'll bring you some more bulls. And here comes the first pen of 3 of our purebred Black Angus bulls. Again, these are May-June born bulls. Of course, every bull here produced right on the ranch. No bulls from anywhere else at all. These are, just like our Red Angus. We're very proud of these Black Angus. We haven't been at it quite as long. I think we got our first black cattle in the early 90s, and then we took those original. They were pretty much straight Canadian Angus-based cattle from Kinsella, from Armitage's, and we used bulls that that we could produce. A lot of bulls we've used have been bulls that we've produced here, and we've created a line of Black Angus cattle that are very beefy and moderate. And bull after bull, as we look at these bulls through these 3 pens, they really do look like they're just shot from a gun. I mean, you other than reading the ear tags, you have a terrible time deciding what bull is which. So again, it's probably the hardest breed to look at in the cold weather are these black bulls, because the steam really seems to complicate things. But we'll move this group around. This is the youngest group. Lots of June-born bulls in here. Lots of bulls in here out of heifers. And again, fresh virgin twos. Haven't fooled with any of these other than a few select bulls we've used on our own purebreds and some of our good commercial heifers which are in the sale. And these are Pen 1 Red Angus Summer 2s disappearing into the fog. And here's the second pen of our Black Angus bulls. We'll just let them get in here and move them around a little so you can see how uniform they are. And thing we really appreciate is how deep and thick and moderate and uniform we can make these bulls. You know, they still got all kinds of pay weight and power. And, you know, my dad told me that it's not how big they get, it's how quick they get big that matters. And I've always tried to remember that. And so we want really rapid growth through the economic zone. Then we want the cattle to be moderate sized so they don't take in a lot of feed to maintain them. And that's really what these bulls can offer. I mean, these are ranchers' Black Angus bulls. There goes Pen 2 Black Angus 2s. And here's the last pen of these powerful Black Angus summer 2-year-olds we're going to look at this morning. This is bulls that are a little on the older sort, but still no bulls born before the 10th, 15th of May. And as they roll in here, you just look over the tops of these bulls. We had an old rancher in the yard last year, and he said, man, if you poured Ivomec on that bull, it'd never run off. And he's dead right. I mean, there's just thickness and broad tops and deep bodies and meatiness in these bulls, bull after bull. Well, a lot of these bulls are 3 generations of McQuantock black genetics, where we have just identified our leading cows, used our best bulls, created the sons, used the sons. And I've always had that in my mind breeding cattle, that the best way to incorporate the genetics you want is to use the best sons of your best cow. You know, you can do embryo transfer, you can fiddle around, you can do lots of things. But if you want to do a whole herd project where you're creating better cattle, you are way better to use the best sons of your best cows. And that's exactly what we have tried to do over time. So we've created a line of Black Angus that we're really proud of, that are pretty much distinctively ours. We use some outside sires, of course, to keep adding to our genetic mix, but like that bull we just looked at, he's 3 generations McQuantock bred Black Angus. You know, just admire the middle and the guts. You know, you drive a lot of miles to find a pen of bulls with that much middle and meatiness and all the things most cattlemen look for today. So we'll move them around one more time and we'll try to let you have a little more look here. This, at least we don't have quite so much steam with this pen of bulls, but kind of let them walk past the camera, getting a few individual looks now. So there's Pen 3 and the last pen of our powerful Black Angus summer 2-year-olds. I always tell our customers that it's important to remember that in a world of increasing technology, the beauty of a cow is that she is a low-tech machine. She hates diesel-fueled technology and expensive feed. She harvests grass, she stores solar energy, and she turns it all into high-quality protein. So now let's look at some more high-quality bulls. Okay, and the next line of bulls we're going to look at here on this frosty morning are our black Super Baldy bulls. Again, these bulls are all produced here on the home ranch using our purebred Black Angus cows. And on the black side, either Gelbvieh Simmental sires or homozygous black, homozygous polled, strip-face black semi-sires. So we're going to move these bulls around. We'll show you 3 groups of these bulls this morning. Again, they're black and it's cold and it's foggy and it's hard to look at, but we'll do our best. So you walk these bulls by. These are just like our red Baldies, but black. You know, people, as the black influence got more popular, these bulls also got more popular. We used to sell some yearling black Baldy bulls. Now we've moved all to 2-year-olds. We've actually got just under 80 of these bulls at the ranch right now. We'll probably get 75 or 70, some of them to the sale. Again, hard to look this morning, but that's the first quick look at Pen 1 Black Super Baldies. We got a couple more pens of these bulls to try and get a look at. Here is Pen 2 Black Super Baldy Bulls. Again, as these bulls roll in, you can admire the girthiness, the broad tops, the hair coat, and the uniformity. You know, one of the kicks on hybrid bulls that people used to tell me is, oh, but Mac, they won't be uniform. Well, I'll defy you to come here and go through these pens of hybrid bulls and tell me that they're not uniform. And the good thing is that when they go out there and sire the calves in our customers' herds, and we produce these black Baldies for in excess of 20 years as well, they just really, really work. I mean, you know, our customers will get black calves that just have a little more muscle to them, a little more top, and a little more hair coat. And that's the kind of black calves that when the order buyers are sitting up in their row at the auction mart, that's the kind of black calves that top the market. So there's Pen 2 Black Baldy Bulls just disappearing down our steamy alley this morning. So here's the third pen of these black Baldy bulls we're going to look at this morning, and our objective here is just to give you an impression of what's available, what these bulls look like through 75 bulls. So these bulls, and look at those thrifty buggers. They like to live on wheat straw. But all kidding aside, we'll turn them around here and let you have a look at them. The black Baldies, again, produced out of our purebred cows by Gelbvieh Simmental or homozygous black, homozygous polled, strip-faced, purebred semi-bulls. And again, they come strip-faced, they come star-faced, they come solid black, some of them. Lots of meatiness and thickness, just like our red Baldies. Again, as I say, I apologize for the morning. We didn't have a lot of choice. We had to go today. That's when everything was booked and set up. So the fact that it's just about 30 below didn't matter. So there's the last pen of Black Super Baldy Bulls. I want to spend a minute just to talk about how our bulls are developed, because ours are a little different. We develop bulls a little different than most folks. We calve our cows from mid-May till the first week in July. All our calving is done on grass with minimal attention. No calving barns or cameras here. So the bulls are born, they get tagged and weighed, and we ride them once a day. Come to fall, the bulls are weaned in November. Those bulls are weaned and wintered in big groups on a silage-based ration. And by spring, the bulls are well grown out, but they're not fleshy. They're just in perfect condition to take advantage of our grass. At that point, we sort them into groups of 30 to 50 bulls, and those are the groups they'll be with right through till sale time. The bulls are then moved in late May or early June to our management-intensive grazing paddocks, where those bulls are moved every other day all summer long. The bulls get fresh grass every other day. The pasture then is good all summer. Those bulls can gain weight really well, and they get quite accustomed to men on foot, moving them every day. We supply our water with solar systems or surface piped fresh water. As the summer progresses, the bulls are supplemented with a low-energy, high-protein pellet, which is made to our specifications. It's built out of pea and lentil hulls. It's got a mineral vitamin pack in it. It's just to help develop these bulls and bring them along properly. the nutrient constituent of that pellet is about like good alfalfa hay. So when fall comes and the surface water freezes in late October, we bring the bulls to our bull lots, and the bulls then go on what we call our TMR ration, which is a total mixed ration based on silage. And the great advantage of that ration is that every mouthful that the bull takes, he gets the right blend of all the nutrients he needs. He can't just binge on grain and not eat enough roughage. So it is the perfect way to raise these bulls. We don't feed any barley or coarse grain. Even in our TMR ration, our bulls are on our bull development pellet. We believe these summer-born bulls are just the ideal age, and we develop these bulls to maintain their soundness and longevity over time. All our rations and protocols have been developed over years of experience to bring you the most durable bulls possible. It's important to remember that our bulls are all fresh virgin 2s. They're 2 to 3 months younger than most 2-year-olds you'll find, and they're not picked over and leased out last year. These are the real deal. So let's have a look at some more good bulls. So here's our H2 bulls. These are a very popular line of bulls that we sell, produced here on the home ranch using our purebred Hereford cows and Gelbvieh Simmental sires. So again, these bulls are the same age, start calving the 10th, 15th of May. And these bulls are all range calved out of our cows, just like our Angus, just like our other hybrids. We started the H2 line because we had customers tell us, you know, Mac, the best semi-bulls I used way back in the 60s were the half-blood Hereford semi-bulls. And so these bulls, we've sold them for about 15 years, been very popular. Started, customers like to use them on their Hereford and Hereford semi-cows. Now increasingly they get used on black and black Baldy cows. But they'll do everything a Hereford will. They just have a little more muscle to them, maybe a little more hair coat. The cows will have a little more milk, and yet still have all the Hereford convenience. So here's the next pen of these powerful H2 summer 2-year-old bulls we're going to look at. We don't sell as many H2 bulls as we do the red and black Baldy bulls, but we do sell them to a very dedicated customer base that just love them. We're going to swing them around. A lot of these bulls have a lot of pigment on them. We certainly try to get that in all the Gelbvieh sires that we use. We want them to be red-eyed and red-scrotumed. At least all of them have red eye pigment. Very few white-eyed bulls in the bunch. But bulls that are very much Herefordy in their type, but just have a little more muscle, just have a little more pay weight, just will do everything that the Herefords can, and maybe a little better, because you're going to get a calf out there that is a quarter semi, and this is probably the highest performing bull of the bunch, and you can really admire what he offers. So there's Pen 2, H2 Summer 2s. Okay, and here's the breed that started it all. This is the breed that was there when I came along in 1951, and this particular pen of purebred Hereford bulls are all out of heifers. They're all out of a bull we bought specifically to use on heifers, a bull with a lot of pigment, very moderate in size and very light birth. Lots of low 80-pound Hereford bulls here and some 70s, and that's not easy to get in the Hereford gene pool today. So we're going to swing these guys around. These are, again, mostly June-born, late May and June-born Hereford 2-year-old bulls. Very moderate in their size, very moderate in their birth weights. And again, this pen of bulls, almost all out of heifers, have a lot of pigment, have a lot of thriftiness and vigor, and we're gonna just let pen 1 roll out of the area here, and we'll bring in pen 2 of our Hereford bulls. Don't sell a tremendous amount of Hereford bulls anymore. Use Herefords predominantly as a feedstock herd for our H2 program. But the Herefords we do sell, we like to think are pretty darn good ones. This is Pen of Bulls, probably 3 generations bred here at MC Quantock. They're decidedly different than a lot of Herefords. I mean, they are not as big framed. They're more moderate, and they're really what I think Herefords need to be. They're crossbreeding cattle that fit in the middle of the spectrum. They're very, very close to the Herefords that were around 20 to 30 years ago. Hair coat, moderation, thickness, not that big, tall, rank Hereford that you see around the country lots of places. So there's a small group of really strong Hereford bulls. I want to spend a minute and explain why our bull sale's not online. We have the biggest bull sale in the country. We sell 400 bulls in one afternoon at a pace of about 50 seconds a bull. And our auction and sales staff tell us that the internet would just have a terrible time trying to keep up to make that all work. But the most important thing in our mind is we've bought bulls online, and it is very hard, if that's the first time you saw that bull, to evaluate him in a video. You just can't see all the little things that are important. And that's why we prefer to be involved in the purchases our customers make at our sale. We love to do it through our Sight Unseen program, where we can discuss things and we're the boots on the ground. We can evaluate the bulls for you, and we think we can do, you know, a better job than you can just evaluating them off a video screen. So that's part of the reason why that, and just a logistical problem of dealing with that many bulls that quickly. That's why our sale is the way it is, and it works extremely well, probably better than it could online. So now we're going to look at a couple pens of our popular Super Guppy hybrid line of bulls. These bulls, again, produced on the home ranch here using our purebred Red Angus and a few Black Angus cows, and the best purebred polled Gelbvieh bulls we can source anywhere we can find them. So we're going to try and have a look at some of these. This is one of my personal favorites of all the lines we produce. I just have a real appreciation for these Super Guppy bulls. They've kind of gone mainstream. You'll see them around the country. The rest of the industry calls them balancers, and I tell people call them whatever you like. We've been making them for 25 years. So these Gelbvieh bulls just got more hair coat than a straight Gelbvieh have. Again, you're just capturing the essential good things of the Gelbvieh side of the equation. The early sexual maturity, the little bit more muscle, the maternal, the milk, combining that with the Angus thriftiness and vigor. Again, the day the calves are born, you can't tell them from an Angus, but when they get about a month old or 6 weeks old, you start to see the broadness over their top and the thickness and the hair coat. Customers that use these bulls use them mostly because they love a little Gelbvieh on the cow side. But having said that, every fall when we wean these cattle, one of the most attractive sire groups are always our Gelbvieh bulls. They're very uniform. They're just solid beef cattle. And there goes Pen 1 Super Guppy Summer 2s. And here's our second pen of our Super Guppy bulls. We'll try to get them around the corner and up into the photo area here for you. Again, they're just like all our cattle. I mean, they're broad over the top. They're thick and girthy with a lot of middle and guts and depth in them. And you can see that's just the kind of cattle they are. We'll move them around, try to get you good luck. Customers love the Gelbvieh influence. I say we don't sell as many of them as we do the Baldy bulls, but they are a personal favorite of mine. We have kept some of these Gelbvieh females, just phenomenal cows, and lots of years in our Super Sisters heifer sale every fall, where we sell the sisters to these hybrid bulls. These Guppy cows or heifers have topped this sale more times than not. So let them walk around on the snowy side of the area here. You'll get an appreciation for what they really are. Starting to lose our light a little here, but here's another bit of a walk by so you can see these bulls a little more individually. Just a very attractive uniform pen of hybrid Gelbvieh Red Angus bulls. We like the look of these bulls so much we've been tempted sometimes to take some of these half-blood bulls and use them in our program, just because we have trouble finding the Gelbvieh sires that look this good to us. And we're going to swing them around and out they go. That's Pen 2 Super Guppy Summer 2s. We've been at this for nearly 50 years, and we've developed 8 different bull lines over time that just simply make more money for our customers. Our cattle kind of walk what we talk. They just deliver the goods out on the ranches across Canada everywhere. You know, we consider ourselves Canada's bull supplier, and these are Canada's bulls. Okay, and the last breed we'll look at this morning are our Charolais summer 2-year-old bulls. Again, all produced here on the home ranch, running in excess of 100 Charolais cows here now. This is my son Cody's project since we brought the old FMX cow herd here to the ranch about 6 years ago, and started to create our own white bulls here on the ranch. This is Cody's project. He makes the final decision on the breeding decisions on these bulls, and we're really getting these bulls to where we want them. You know, we want them moderate and thick with a lot of hair coat, and if you buy a lot of 2-year-old Charolais bulls, you'll know that it's hard to get the hair coat on them. We try to get them all polled, but we do have some bulls in the offering that are horned, and the real astute guys that are running polled Angus-based cows will sit and buy those horned bulls for about $1,000 less than the polled bulls. Buy more quality for less money, and the cows are going to dehorn them anyway. So this is the youngest pen. Lots of June bulls in here, fresh, virgin, 2-year-old June Charolais bulls. Trying to swing them. Just look at the hair coat and the balance and the depth we've been able to get in these bulls. So there's the first pen of Charolais 2-year-old bulls. We'll look at another pen here. Just a little bit on the older edge again, but no bulls born before kind of the 15th of May. So I'll let them come in here and just appreciate how round and full of muscle and meat these bulls are, and the hair coat they got on them. And you know, you go a lot of miles to find pens of Charolais bulls that look like these guys. They're real beef bulls, bull after bull after bull. Again, just like our other lines, what we're after is uniformity. You know, we don't want just one good bull. We want pastures full of very good bulls. And that's what we think we're creating. These bulls just get better and better every year. And you know, and we are really sourcing some top-end Charolais sires to make this happen. So there's Pen 2 Charolais Summer 2s. Well, I'm sure we're all sick to death of climate-obsessed politicians elected by 30% of the people in this country lecturing us on how to live. For God's sake, they seem to not have a clue. If we've got climate change, we should be spending our money trying to figure out how to adapt to it, not take our money and fritter it away doing other things. So I think we're all sick to death of turning on the national news and hearing the latest COVID statistics. We'd all like to hear a little good news for a change, and that's why I think our sale theme this year, an old Waylon Jennings song, "Storms Never Last, and the Bad Times All Blow Away on the Wind," is pretty appropriate. So our sale theme, of course, is old Waylon Jennings and Jesse Coulter's song, "Storms Never Last, the bad times blow away on the wind." And I think in agriculture, we sure know that that happens. You know, we go through tough times, and when we get out the other side of the tough times, things get very, very good. You know, when we went through BSE and got to the other side, things got awfully good. We get through this drought, we get through COVID, cattle business could get really, really good. And the truth is, it's been pretty darn good all through this. Calf prices have been pretty solid. Most of us have got by. Most of us have found enough feed because agriculture people are resourceful and they just get it figured out. So on behalf of the whole ranch family here at MC Quantock, I'd like to invite you to attend and participate in our big bull sale Saturday, January the 29th at the X Grounds in Lloydminster. Lunch is at 11, the sale will start at 12. And it's just old school. We put them all through the ring, a bull about every 50 seconds. So it's all the atmosphere and the excitement you've been missing by watching those bull sales on your computer. So thanks very much, and we'll see you at the bull sale. The last year really was a challenge, but like all our troubles, they'll pass. We really are pretty darn fortunate to live the life we live and to live it where we do. So spend a little time thinking about how lucky we really are. It's good for the soul.